In this video, the approach of treating autism at holistic way in homeopathy. Let me say autism and homeopathy. What role does homeopathy play? What meaning does the homeopath give to every changing spectrum of expression? How does the homeopathy system relate to the child who is in his own world? Can autism be cured by homeopathy? If then, how can homeopathy help to ensure harmony within the child for his coexistence with autism? Autism spectrum disorder is a neurodevelopmental condition with a broad range of characteristics like language difficulties. That means the language difficulties are ranging from nonverbal to hyperverbal. Also, the symptoms shows the difficulty of social interactions, unusual or strange behaviors, in addition to the lack of concentration on any objects or subjects. The child may feel difficulty in regular tasking. A specific individual child may not have all of the characteristics said before, but every child on the autism spectrum has problems with social communication. While every child with autism spectrum disorders face a wide range of challenges. The concern we receive from many autistic children's parents. These children begin their life quite often fairly well. Suddenly some event occurs and they regress. Child was growing well and spoke few words. After some time, at the age of 14 months or later, the child lost the speech totally. The child was an active child, but sometime later became extremely hyperactive and totally mute, or making humming sounds or screams or shouts or runs violently, and the child becomes unmanageable on daily life. So parents are terribly worried and distressed as they do not know to deal with the hyperactivity and oversensitivity child. Therapists and educators feel frustrated as a child does not learn since behavior and sensory issues do not improve. For almost a century, the medical professionals have struggled to comprehend and work out ways to handle childhood disorders like autism as well as ADHD. In other medical streams where some stimulants, tranquilizers or hypnotics have been used from time to time to deal with these disorders with varying degrees of results, but mainly short-term or temporary gains. But homeopathy offers a definite approach, made deep and tender in autistic child psyche and modifies the behavior of all concerned for good, not only of the child but parents, teachers as well as the whole society. Homeopathic treatment gives ample evidence of the efficacy of homeopathic therapeutics in the management of special children with an adequate standardized approach and comprehensive evaluation through holistic approach. It is essential to diagnose the clinical parameters and should carry out the comprehensive clinical state of autistic child before the treatment process. The comprehensive clinical diagnosis determines the degree of autism and its severity. In the homeopathic approach, we study the symptomatology of autism spectrum disorder and various patterns. For example, some children present with predominant features pertaining to behavior like extreme restlessness, impulsiveness. While some children present with intense sensory disturbances like oversensitivity to noise, touch and so on. Some children demonstrate a marked degree of regressive things like involuntary urine, stool, eating filth, and low cognition. Based on our study and clinical experiences by the classical homeopathic principle pattern, where we will highlight and bring rich information about persevering remedies with respect to homeopathic principle only. Across the range, changes achieved in exploring the effectiveness of homeopathic treatment in the management of childhood autism disorder are statistically significant, and the homeopathic intervention has definitely helped to bring down the autistic load. Homeopathy is clinically effective for all types of emotional and psychological problems, including autism and ADHD. It helps restore children to their normal emotional health and overall well-being without side effects. Get well soon. You're in good hands at 100% of dedication towards the concerns that are brought to our attention. And those concerns will be resolved part of the autism treatment process by holistic homeopathic way and to make you as a happy child and happy parents rest of your life. You can contact Dr. Sheela Homeopathic Healthcare Clinic at 9500049892 for treatment of autism and ADHD. Thank you.